We back, baby. It's Inside the Trenches podcast. This is segment 2. Now, look, there was some changes made this week, and I think that the Saints are off to an excellent start in their offseason. I've been very negative about the Saints, and that's just because it's our hometown. We want them to win. We've been a part of the team. I've been a part of the team. We love to see the team do well. Kurt Kubiak was hired as an offensive coordinator. Here's a guy I thought that did an excellent job with the 49ers. He's bounced around. He's been in this league for a while. Justin Jefferson's first year, he was able to, really get him loose and get him going. I got to go to my main man, Chris, first. How did you feel about the hire, especially since you basically guessed it before it happened?
I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with the situation because I felt that they put Carmichael in a trick bag, trying to get him to rework the situation that Sean left, which was kind of unfair for the gentleman, for all gentlemen in that scenario, including Dennis Allen, to try to make them recreate what Sean did years ago, and then him actually leaving pieces. He didn't leave everything. He left pieces, and to try to get them to recreate it, I didn't think was a great idea. Now, moving forward, obviously bringing Kubiak into the fold, I also like how they're letting him pick his position coaches as well, like a running backs coach.
Dennison.
And I would like to speak about Rick Dennison. He's such a innovative running coordinator because he brings you the zone read blocking scheme, which I think will be helpful for the Saints, because obviously you've heard me sit here and cry about how we don't run the football well enough in this league, and I believe that is an issue that we need to address, and we went straight ahead and addressed it. So bringing Rick Dennison in as the run coordinator who implements not only the zone run scheme, I'm sure he knows what players, i.e. coming in the draft, that can help us in the zone read scheme going forward. So that's my thoughts on it.
Now, Joe, you feel like after we've made this hire, CL just mentioned a zone scheme, do you think Alvin still fits in this offense? Do you think this improves Alvin Kamara? Because, look how well it worked for Christian McCaffrey.
Right.
He had 1,400 rushing yards. And me and CL had a little debate about this yesterday about how
About an hour
straight. I felt like Alvin Kamara and Christian, they'd be one. Nah, I'm telling you, better than him every year. Will he be able to put up Christian McCaffrey type numbers with this calling in the Kerbach?
I really think so. But it also comes down to what is Alvin Kamara's position, because him and Michael Thomas have kind of been like very much voicing their opinions. So are we going to be saying, hey, Alvin, we're investing in you. We're getting these running back coaches, these top coaches and everything that we feel like is going to really help us make you the focus again, because that's probably why he's been getting upset. But I can see that happening. So, yeah, I think that Alvin, if I was Alvin, I'd be happy about this.
It should be official. Rick Dennison is signed, right?
Yes, sir.
He signed. He brings in that veteran leadership. He's also an offensive lineman, Calmer as well.
Yes, sir.
Bringing him on, CL, you mentioned it a little bit, but do we see an immediate impact with this team?
Well, I would think that you would, because once again, we're talking about a team that only averaged 3.2 yards a rush, which was bottom half in the league. Unfortunately, when Taysom ran, he averaged 7.1 yards a rush. So that says something. I'm not 100% sure what that says. I only play a GM during the weekends. But I'm not 100% sure what that said. But I knew one thing what it said was it wasn't good enough. And I think maybe changing the scheme to fit more of our players instead of trying to have our scheme work our players is the direction that we may need to go into.
Yeah, correct. And if you look at it from a scheme standpoint, we did try to put on an old shoe that didn't fit anymore. And I do think, after our conversation yesterday, I went back and watched a little bit more film, and I did see a lot of the complications of the offense last season, should I
Yeah.
use for better words. So, Whit, I'm going to come to you next. You know, we all have to be creatures of changes from here to there. Do you think we rushed into the hire, or do you think this was a pretty good hire?
No, this was a good hire. This was especially because I'm looking at this man's background. It's extensive. I mean, 10 years with the NFL, and he's only 39.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
he's been out here doing the work. So if you're gonna go to somebody and we need to fill a hole, I mean, why not him? You know. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes.
Definitely. Now, from a player's perspective, now we're gonna spend a little time on this, y'all. From the player's perspective.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
36 years old. I want to correct his age. I don't want to
30.
give him 3 extra years on him.
That's right.
36.
My dog's 36. All right. My bad.
And with that, he's been in Houston. Obviously, he's the son of the great Gary Kubiak.
Yep.
You have his time in Houston. He spent a little time. I want to say, did he? I'm trying. I don't have his stuff in front of me.
Kubiak or Dennis?
Kubiak.
Kubiak. Yeah, so Kubiak spent time in Denver.
Right.
Mhm.
He
In Denver,
also
that's
was
the
the offensive coordinator for the Vikings.
Yeah.
one. Right. Justin.
He so clearly he's aware of what he wants to do. I think the beautiful part about it is that Rick Dennison, our run coordinator, is also a previous play caller, also a previous offensive coordinator, comes with the background of 3 Super Bowl wins, bringing that to the fold. So I think, because kind of speaking on what Joel said earlier, even with Alvin and Alvin's disposition, I think when you bring guys that have more leather on the, or more skins on the wall, more accolades, I think the players are more and like you say, from a player's aspect, the players are more willing to listen, to follow, to respect that situation compared to someone that, you know, obviously Carmichael in that situation, maybe the other position coaches on offense, kind of the message kind of ran dry over the years.
Right.
you know?
Right. And does this, like, I mean, obviously this is going to affect the draft, but how does it affect the draft, guys? Is this a situation where we get more offensive linemen because we're running a new system and the guys that we have in a room may not fit this system? Do we look at the skill positions for this team? Got a little sweat coming here. These shots out to the Lightning here.
Right, the lighting is crazy.
On point. That's why I'm like tripping.
Shout
I'm
out
like,
to Tarek. Yeah.
Good lighting.
We gonna get you some
We're
napkin in a
gonna give
minute,
you some
dog.
napkins here, but the lighting is delightful in here.
That's
I
right.
appreciate that. But you know, I'll go to you guys. Joe, you first. Do you see a overflow of us going after offensive linemen in the draft and in free agency?
I think I'm going to still stick with that. We're going to be focusing on more defensive players in the beginning, because I know that our defensive lines specifically, hey, I love Cam Jordan, but he's getting older and everything. So I know that focusing maybe on some top defensive ends that can come behind him and like he can actually help training is really something that the Saints are going to need to focus on, because towards the end of the season, the offensive linemen started doing their job. Like, they started this, and remember, the Saints do okay when it comes to drafting. We always do way better picking up free agents, choosing our free agents and everything. So I think that they're still going to probably focus on the defensive side when it comes to drafting.
I did see a couple of guys pop up, a couple of DNs. The DN from UCLA, I know he popped up as a potential guy. Some drafts have us going at the Bo Nix at quarterback, but I don't. We're just too vested into Derek Carr.
Carr
right
staying,
now.
bro.
that
Yeah,
We can't go. We can't go behind that
we
at all.
reworked his contract. He's staying.
Now, you got J.C. Latham from Alabama, offensive tackle. We also have the guy CL constantly was talking about from Houston. Those two guys, if still available at 14, I would look there. You do want to build an offense where you can not only focus on bringing in the guys that fit the mold of the new staff, but also have the guys that has experience doing it. Now, I mean, mold, when I say mold, I'm talking size, strength, speed. But when you talk about, being able to run the offense effectively, you have to look in those in that direction. You have Seattle at 16, possibly going after from Washington, Troy Fontuna. He's an Islander as well, a guy that for Washington, you look at this team being able to make it in the college football playoff to the championship. He's somebody to look at as well. And Joe, you mentioned defensive lineman. You have Brian Murphy from Texas, got a connection, coached by Coach Bo Davis, and I think he's somebody that we want to take a serious look at as well. So so many different ways we can go that. For our next segment, y'all, we're going to take a quick break here in the next couple of minutes as we wrap up. We're going to spend a little time on what players may not be on this team next year and who might be in next year. We're going to do that. There's a couple of names that popped up. I was checking out my man Ross Jackson's podcast, so we're going to spend a little bit of time on those things. But for the most part, Kurt Kubiak has the experience, right? And he's somebody I think fit the system. As we wrap this segment here in the next minute or so, I want to come to all my team members and ask them a record. Just guess any record. Next year for the Saints, with ladies first. Now, there's 17 games. There's 17 games, so the scenarios could go different ways. They could go 10-7. They could go 11-6. What do you think the Saints?
I'm gonna go. Let's go 10-7.
10-7. Joel,
Yeah.
We're talking with the Saints.
Saints record next year. So far, it's way early. Too early predictions.
That's tough. I mean, I think if we do with this new coaching staff and if we do everything right, I think that we're probably going to do a whole lot better. I would say 12-5.
12-5.
Same record. Obviously, maybe one game more.
I think 10-17, yo. I think that'll be it. Well, this segment was once again brought to y'all by Small
10-7.
Sliders, baby.
10-7.
10-7. 10-7. Small
added
Sliders,
new games.
1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero. Get y'all a bite to eat. We here at the New Orleans Talk Studio Network Studios, baby. We'll be back here inside the Trenches podcast. Peace.
Girl, take your time. Girl, I know you type. Yeah, you just too fine. I grip that ass and grip them thighs. I don't do no hiding, girl. I run and you can find me. I don't duck tsunami, girl. Girl, come and dry me. I know you used to lames and how they play them games. Now we catch a plane, girl. Big gas and big old chains. Floaty set the game, candy paint, switching lanes. Now you telling me how you hate them lanes.
Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders. 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, has some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon Favorite. Watch out there now.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
in this thing, I'ma make it make sense. You can shake a leg for me, move them arms for me. Chopper style with it, chopper style with it. Oh yeah!
Love is the key. I love showing love. I love being me. I love meditating cause it set my mind free. Tell them kids stay in school, ain't no love in the streets.
Oh yeah!
Take them back to the good old days. We rock polos with the good old J's. From New York to New Orleans, they say, yeah, that's him. They like me. I want them to love me like they love Slim. But hello, you know. They saying, Chopper, it's your turn now. Keep your foot on the gas and never turn down. But I remember being turned down. The ones who counted me out.
We had Inside the Treasure Podcast, and we in the studio gonna make a blast. Hey, we already look. We didn't get our small sliders here. It's on the way. You know, it's almost lunchtime for us, so you know we represent, baby. Hello, somebody. We had a very interesting conversation off air about potential free agents for the Saints. Anything from DNs to offensive tackles, best available. And CL sent us the top 2024 free agents earlier. We're going to go through some names here, and we're just going to have an open discussion about which direction the Saints should go. I will make a comment before CL starts rattling off some names.
Cool.
I don't want to go super duper old. I think, and it's no slide to anybody because the older players on the team balling. I mean, Tyrann Mathieu still had his average, which is three interceptions, 4 interceptions a year. He did that, I think, plus more. Yeah, because that last interception, the controversial interception when he should have just scored, right? and then
King Cakes.
Right, Demario Davis made it back to the Pro Bowl, which he's been sliding so many years into many King Cakes. Jameson had some King Cakes this weekend too. I saw him a lot on our feed for Mardi Gras. So Demario Davis, he makes it to the Pro Bowl as well. So I'm not some of the older players on his team played the best, obviously, you know, with the stats we just mentioned. But this is a team that needs to build. So just a couple of names here. CL, I'll go to you first. What are some names on this top free agency list in 2024 that jumps off the board to you?
Well, as your assistant GM to the New Orleans Saints, and yes, this is the weekend.
That's right.
Ask yourself,
Speaking
New Orleans.
into existence.
Yeah, thank you, my baby. Ask yourself, New Orleans, what do you want to do? Do you really want to spend the money to get a real-time in like a Danielle Hunter that's coming over
Chase
from
Young?
the Vikings? Or I don't want Chase Young. Or like a Chase Young, a predominant end that's going to at least demand maybe $15, $16 million a year? Yeah. Do you want to possibly trade for maybe a Hassan Reddick that the Eagles are putting up for trade? Do you want to go through the draft? Well, here's the scenario that you're looking at. The scenario you're looking at is that in the past few years, my boss, Mickey, has not done very well in drafting ends, the ends.
Yeah, that's true.
A Peyton Turner, a Davenport. So that's great. Thank you, T, for putting that up. In my opinion, maybe we should bring a proven end. Maybe we should bring a proven edge rusher instead of maybe hoping that this brand new kid out of college will do exactly what he needs him to do. And so we don't want to. We already cap strung right now, and in Mickey we do trust as far as getting the cap down. But I don't want to spend the money on a Christian Wilkerson that'll demand probably $20 million a year because he's such a disruptive D tackle. Yeah. I think the ends and the edges are what we need to pay attention to, and at a bargain price. If you want to give Hassan Reddick a deal, give it to him on the back end, but we can trade maybe a second and a fifth, or maybe a fifth in a future pick.
Because we got a few fifths, right?
Right. We have 4 fifths. We have a first, a second, no third, no fourth, and 4 fifths. So package deal that maybe some players we'll maybe discuss later that might not be on the team, but I would want New Orleans to bring in an edge rusher with experience that doesn't break the bank.
What's your thoughts on it, Joe, in regards to who we should go with in free agency?
CEO makes a solid point. I guess the way I see it is if we pick up some young talent that is that is a very good edge rusher. The way I see it is this is because I see Cam Jordan still going to be playing this coming year. And so we can use that experience to train up those young people to get to that. But here's the thing. Honestly, if we can't get that, CL makes a solid point. There are plenty of experienced defensive ends, edge rushers, people who are going to disrupt the quarterbacks that we can get for a really good price. So I agree, but would I wish to see something else happen? Absolutely. But if it didn't, I'd be fine with what CL is talking about.
No doubt. Whitney, I know you hadn't did a lot of free agency for the last couple of years of football. It's like being on this podcast, you're just forced to look at it. Does anybody or any position in free agency that you saw really sticks out?
I mean, y'all was talking a lot of stuff about this young man. His name is Daniel.
Danielle
Is it
Hunter.
Danielle?
Yeah, he's an LSU Tiger. Tigers.
So yeah, y'all. I mean, I'm gonna lean into his direction.
And that would be a cool swap because they did get Marcus Davenport last season because of that same body built deal. But here's a guy who, in my opinion, like Reddick, I like that idea too. Danielle Hunter, and that's who I was looking at as well because he's not too old. Like him and Arden Key, just a true
LSU
pass rusher. Two LSU guys into them, but it fits the build that Dennis Allen obviously likes. That's what he went after the Peyton Turners.
Right.
He went after to the Marcus Davenport, but those guys never really fully materialized as dominant pass rushers. We've seen Danielle Hunter make it to the Pro Bowl off getting sacks. Sure. Reddick, he went 2 years, right? If I'm not mistaken, Pro Bowl rushing off the edge. He's young, active. I do like the direction of those guys. CL, we've been spending time on DNs and potential rushers just in general for the Saints. We still, although we have a very, very low percentage, decent interior offensive line.
Right.
We have to be able to get some. I mean, look what your boy just had, Trent Williams.
Trust me, you're talking about a Christmas wish list for your foot, right? So I understand that. Just like Fave said, a Trenton Williams, he literally might be the number 1 ranked left tackle in this league, right? So truly a wish list. But what I want to let Saints fans know, remember, you have a new offensive line coach, you have a new run coordinator. I'm sure that not only does Kubiak, Dennison, and all the other guys, they have a plan for Penning, right? Yeah. They have a plan for the Notre Dame left guard that we drafted last year. Yeah. They have a plan for possibly bringing Pete back as a swing because he actually helped save our season last year by being able to come off the bench and start at left tackle and leave him there, So we have guys in the building. I think just like we mentioned on previous segments that I think we need to focus on the philosophy of what we're going to do and align the players with the philosophy of what we're going to do. And maybe the guys are actually in the building, but if not, I think offensive line is the most pertinent thing that we need to address this offseason.
Little shout out to Will Lutz is in a free agency.
Whoa,
watch out, groupie. Watch out, groupie. Sorry, bro.
Oh, man.
Sorry. Just saying.
That's a little inside the trenches, inside joke over here. We'll tell you about it later.
Yeah. You got to be there. Watch previous episodes.
So do you look at a guy like Cesar Ruiz? Right now he's at right guard. They have James Hurts at left guard, and you have Eric McCoy at center. Where it gets tricky, I do think with Andrus Pete, and then we don't know the certain, if Ryan Ramczyk will come back as healthy as before, and you're just forced to look at the rest of the team, right? We lost. Does Trey Turner come back healthy next year? You look at that as well. You look at Andrus Pete and Trevor Penning. Do you move Penning inside?
Right. But I don't think you have a choice, Faye. At this point, we know he's a mauler. We know he's a baller when he's in the field, in the inside. I think his footwork is not good enough. And don't get me wrong, Penning, brother, you can get better. We've talked. You can get better. We can get better. We can coach you better. We can play better. But what I'm saying is I think it benefits us as the New Orleans Saints to put you in the inside and maul you and have you maul going forward. I think the first thing we should address in Saints fans, you could DM me later. The first thing we need to address in the first round is a starting right tackle for the next 10 years. That is the most important thing. Y'all could get at me later.
Hey, and look, I'm with him 100%, just because of the commitment. We're committing to Derek Carr. Period.
Right.
He's going to need a young, swift, offensive tackle that got experience with pulling.
We need that. We need our own Swift. That's right.
We do need
right.
our own Swift.
Amanda Shaw could be our own Swift there, huh?
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that picked up on that. Thank you, CL.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell y'all the truth right now. I'm working on something for the Super Bowl, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get Big Fave to perform for the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
I like it.
That's on my plate right now. That's what I'm trying to accomplish, guys.
Man, that's love, man, 100%. Well, I hope y'all enjoying the show, baby. It's Inside the Trenches podcast. It looks a little different around here because we're in the small slider studio at New Orleans Talk Network. You know what I'm saying? We're in our little small slider studio, baby. So y'all hang around, man. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk little Caitlin Clark breaking records over there in the NCAA, and then we might well enjoy a little basketball while we at it, baby. It's Inside the Trenches podcast. If you're looking for a delicious lunch, best place or dinner, might be a late snack for you, you need to go to Small Sliders, baby. 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Y'all make sure y'all let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Yep. We out, baby. One.
Podcast on Cajun, my guests amazing. Really no fugazes. This life so daisy. Thank the Lord for my lady. Thank the Lord for my kids. Young kings of their generation. That's why I go so hard. Multiple streams at one time. That's 3 grinds on 3 times like 2 places at one time. Went from balling to broadcasting. Now I play the game Madden. See the game like Madden. Commentate like Madden. Living life fantastic. Calling unusual plays. Made me a hustle today. That's why I pray every day. Went from balling to broadcasting. Now I play the game Madden. See the game like Madden. Commentate like Madden. Living life fantastic. Calling unusual plays. Made me a hustle today. That's why I pray every day. Feeling like Samuel Lenny. Hard head when I walk through. Can make $1 million in a sports suit. Too big for the sports coupe. Hit the boot like swag goo. RC in book 2.
Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwin Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwin Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340.
Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Fave Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car, or you're tired of what you're driving around in, or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Marrero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Marrero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. is Marlon Big Favorite, recruiting coordinator at Cafe Hope. If you're on the West Bank of New Orleans and between the ages of 18 and 23, come join our team. Benefits from learning and earning, getting certifications, life skills, and career training. Cafe Hope is a nonprofit culinary art and life skills program. Let Cafe Hope be the stepping stone to your next career choice. Come visit us, 1151 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Give Big Favor a call, 504-350-1218, or send them an email, marlon@cafehope.org. For more information, visit cafehope.org. Cafe Hope, the next step in life, baby. Hello, somebody.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Now, New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com.
Are you looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwin Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwin Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwinrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwin Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Big Favorite, and Inside the Trenches podcast is back, baby. We back. Y'all make sure y'all check us out for an excellent season, and you can check us out on NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Y'all make sure y'all follow me at BigFave504. We back at it, baby. We in them trenches.
You said you always have my back. So why you gotta do me like that?
You keep calling my phone.
Oh, and we back, baby. This is hour number 2, Inside the Trenches podcast. You're watching us here live at New Orleans. Bless you, bless you. Y'all watching us live here at New Orleans Talk Network Studios. We're in the Small Sliders Hub, baby. That's where we at right now. Representing, baby. Now, we had a little rain earlier today. That's why we're here. You know, inclement weather, so we slide on here. Pun intended, right? But it's supposed to be sunny, beautiful this weekend. Sunday. Any possibility that I might can get my car washed late tonight?
Well, Faye, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked that because you know that is constant in southeast Louisiana
all the time.
Yep.
What was crazy was, I just want to apologize to you guys. I was on time because we had a little rain. And I jumped in the old school, and now it looks lower than it is because this rain that we're dealing with. But I have a remedy for you and I, Fave.
What you got?
1336 Stump Boulevard in Gretna, Crown Car Wash at any time. So no matter what time I leave the studio, no matter what time our great producer Tarek leaves out the studio, he can go get it done as well as you. So please, by all means, put your crown on because it's not a total wash this weekend.
Big time, man. He spent a little extra. The tie shine is off the chain, man. You pull up looking like the Hot Boys back in '97. And I know a hot girl, I'm talking about, in Midwest. A Midwest swing did some big things on yesterday. Shouts out to Caitlin Clark. Whit, man, she accomplished big things in the NCAA, right?
History making things, okay? My girl, what she put up? Let me see. 3,569 shots.
That's
within,
incredible.
Exactly, shot. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Within her NCAA Division I career. Now that's crazy. She is comparable to is it Maravik?
Yeah.
Pistol Pete. Y'all funny. Pete Maravik. That's what they call him. Pistol
Yeah,
Pete?
no, that's legit.
For real?
Yeah, that's a real name. Yeah.
That's kind of cute. Wait, so Pistol Pete.
Did we just rock your world?
Yeah, kind of.
Nickname is Pistol because of the way he played. He was before.
But that's what y'all called him for real.
Oh, for sure. Well, you realize where LSU plays, it's the Pete Maravich Center,
right?
Which is named after Mr. Pistol Pete that actually played at LSU and also played for the New Orleans Jazz back in the G.
Ooh, okay.
So
shout
yes,
out to
he's
Mr. Pete.
Shouts out to Pistol Pete.
Shout
and
out
his
to
family.
Caitlin though, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. That's
for
the
real.
main reason why we're talking about this. Caitlin broke a record and is really that girl. And y'all need to put some respect on her name. That's really my gist here. My girl is breaking records, and I know this is gonna, do a lot of big things for the little girls looking up to her into this whole, women's basketball arena. So
Yeah.
it's beautiful to see.
It is. It's a nice thing to see, and we know how competitive Iowa and LSU was last year in the championship. So, and then Angel Reese, she did tweet out congratulations, and she said that she made history. I love that twist. And this is right. She breaks the record at a really good time because this is right when college basketball really starts turning up, getting to a little bit of March Madness. So CL, and they lost to Nebraska last night, huh?
They did.
Damn, man, she broke the record with their loss.
Well, shouts out to this young lady. We all watch SportsCenter. We all see highlights. But when you actually break a record for not only your school, but the League of Women that obviously we know all these exceptional women have played in, I think it's time for you to be recognized for who you are and your accomplishments. So shouts out to Caitlin. I know there's a lot of other amazing young ladies that play college basketball, but not only does she do it on SportsCenter, she does it in real life, and unfortunately lost last night. But it was totally a win for her and her family and generations to come because this is something that they'll never forget.
Yeah, just something that's so memorable. While we're talking basketball, I want to switch gears a little bit, guys, and talk about the Pelicans. They're on a roll. On Valentine night, they had a big time win. I want to say they took on the Wizards, right?
Yes, sir.
They beat the Wizards. I know you're the GM for the for the Saints, but you've been known to be an assistant GM for the Pelicans as well. Man, this team is on a roll, CL. Huh?
We all rolling. And but I will be honest with you guys, New Orleans. Right now, first of all, shouts out to Dyson Daniels for having a successful surgery. We'll reevaluate him in about 2 weeks. But I want to be honest with New Orleans. We're very helter-skelter. And for all the people that don't understand what that means, we're up and down. We play up. We'll play up to the best competition, say the Clippers, and we'll beat them, right? And then last night, Valentine's Day night. Not trying to tell my business. we lose to the Warriors that didn't deserve to be on the same court with us. Right. So I just want us to show a little patience because we are still trying to find out who we truly are. Are we a straight three-point team, or do we play in and out basketball? Do we let Zion run the point? I think it's shouts out to Coach Green because it is truly a work in progress.
Yeah.
And the Pelicans are must-see TV, but I believe we need to stay more consistent.
And I mean, we're going through All-Star break right now, which we'll talk a little bit about that this hour as well. You do have a Pelicans team with Zion right now. He's averaging 22 points a game. Bi, he's just killing the assist game, and Brandon Ingram 5.8. And you look at the field goal, Zion at 58 from the field goal. But I love the standings going into All-Star break. You're lead of the Southwestern standings. Dallas is on your heels. Houston's right there. What you take on them after the break, set the tone. And then they have Memphis and San Antonio. Excuse me. I want to say right now that they are, 6? So we're tied for 5th in the West. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't deny Minnesota. I know Denver's like maybe right in front of us. Out of those teams we mentioned, we talked about this last week, CL. I mean, I'll kind of get to it again. Just looking at this schedule going in, we do have the Heat after. We do take on the Eastern opponent after. But, just jogging down this schedule, we still have to look at, and I'm kind of getting lost here with my Pacers.
Yeah, no problem, Fave. We definitely, and don't get me wrong, respect to the Eastern Conference, but if you're looking at it as a GM or if you're looking at it as a person that pays attention to the rankings, it's more of a power win if we beat the people in our conference.
Yep.
So we can't lose to a Minnesota. We can't lose to a Denver, which ironically are the better teams in this league. So say if we slip against Miami, it's not as bad. It doesn't count against us as much as it would if we lost to somebody that was in the West.
Right.
So just moving forward, pay attention, Pelican fans. Pay attention to the Western Conference games because that's the ones that are more important to us, and obviously that's the ones that will be on primetime TV or Fox 8, just in case you guys don't make it to the Smoother King.
And what I'm looking at here, just looking at the schedule, we've made it through that whole storm. Like when we come out of break, it's a lot of Eastern opponents. We take on, as you mentioned, Heat, the Bulls, and then we see the Clippers on the 15th. That's going to be an important game,
right?
Very.
To your point, and then the Thunder on the 26th.
SGA, Jesus, he's so serious.
Yeah,
he's my MVP. Let me just be honest with you. SGA is just.
I can't wait to see, just hear about it. I know All-Star break is a tad bit better than the Pro Bowl right now, but I'm just looking forward to seeing how he looks out there at All-Star.
He is the most underrated player in the National Basketball Association. 30 points a game. Probably 30 points was last year. I think he's 31 this year, and he doesn't take 3-pointers. I've been a victim of him several times. The quietest 30 points every game is amazing.
31 points.
I do believe that he is your reigning MVP, obviously because of Philadelphia big man. Joel won't be able to play enough games to get in that running, but check out SGA, and that would be a game for you Pelican fans to come check out in Smoother King.
Shai G. Alexander, he's out of Kentucky. We know how those guys work, and he's doing a bit better than Bi in terms of assists. So that's something for Pelicans fans out there on the 26th of March to be sure to check out. Whit, are you going to check out any of the Pels home games?
Literally looking at it on my phone.
Come on. Get the tickets together.
I'm trying to figure out when I want to go and which games y'all were talking about. Y'all said the Clippers. Who y'all said?
Yeah, that's an all-star event right there.
Yeah, that's the one. And it's going to be after All-Star, so we got a little time.
You see what I'm saying? So, date night. I be trying to set stuff up myself sometimes. So yeah, I'm checking.
She got it. Well, she checked that out, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break. Remember, this segment was brought to y'all by Crown Car Wash. That's over on Gretna Boulevard, baby. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. Big purple building. You can't miss it. Is 1336 Gretna Boulevard, right next to McDonald's, across from the Home Depot. They'll get y'all straight. We got more to talk about. We gotta go back to the Saints a little bit because we gotta look at the draft. We have to get into all of that. It's All-Star Weekend. We're going to talk about all the fun surrounding All-Star Weekend as well in this hour. And it was carnival time, baby, but it's festival season here in New Orleans, man. So y'all take care. It's Inside the Trenches Podcast. looking for your dream home? Well, if that's the case, you need to contact Joe Picolo at Godwin Realty, right here in New Orleans. Joe can put you in your dream home right away. Joe Picolo and the folks over at Godwin Realty put you in the house that you need. Even if you're looking to invest in some property, they'll do an excellent job with that as well. Contact Joe today at 504-251-8341. Again, that phone number is 504-251-8341. And also contact Joel at joel.godwinrealty.com. No need to dream anymore. Godwin Realty will put you in the dream house of your reality. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon Favorite. Watch out there now. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Favorite, and Inside the Trenches podcast is back, baby. We back. Y'all make sure y'all check us out for excellent season, and you can check us out on NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Y'all make sure y'all follow me at BigFave504. We back at it, baby. We in them trenches.
Hey, beautiful, just gotta let you know, even after all of this time, girl, you're wonderful, just gotta tell you so, you always stay on my mind. Thinking about our love, praying to the Lord above, hoping that I'm with
Little hungry on set right now. We was talking about all kind of chicken wings and those small slider burgers that's just staring at us over there. We live. We back as Inside the Trenches podcast. I'm your host, Marlon Favorite. Joining me is my man CL Noel. I got Whit with the Hell and Joel, and we're having ourselves a time here on this set, man. Just talking about food and all the festivals coming up. Now, Whit, I was thinking about getting the whip and putting it on Turo, right? Just get my little hustle on. Just buy a little car and just put it on Turo, see if I can get it rented out. You know what? I can go get any nice used cars.
Do I know somebody?
You know somebody? Hello, somebody.
Alberto Montero. You already know. That's my dog.
Yeah.
He's on, North Causeway, 1512 North Causeway.
That's right.
Used cars, but guess what? You can find one a little low mileage in the lot somewhere, I'm sure.
That's
My boy, he got you covered, though. Alberto Montero, 1512 North Causeway in Metairie.
I mean, I like it because, look, man, put me a nice little car on Turo. You got all these festivals coming up. People going to want to have their own transportation. I mean, why not? I know something else that's coming up, and that's the draft. The NFL draft's coming. We spent a little bit of the first hour just kind of talking to y'all about the different scenarios with the Saints coaching staff and the direction that they may take with the draft. CL,
Yeah, you're right.
just to kind of echo on what we talked about earlier with the coaching changes, name some of the guys that are potential fill-ins that we may hear in the next couple really days or hours that the Saints may make some changes with on their staff.
Well, you know that we lost our former running backs coach to the Giants because one thing the New Orleans Saints don't do is stop coaches from moving on. So we respectfully let him go, but at the same time we brought in Derek Foster, which is the running backs coach now. And it's very curious that we have an entire new offensive staff. So I can't wait to sit in the war room with Mickey and all the guys and have a conversation of what direction we do want to go in as far as moving this offense forward. Because at the end of the day, we still have this guy named Taysom Hill that can do everything. And I still, to this day, don't think that we're utilizing him enough. But that's a conversation between Mickey and the guys later on.
Now, Whit, you enjoy watching Taysom Hill
Yeah.
this past season. I know you did. Hey, because somebody's constantly coming in the game and making changes. Do you see Taysom playing a major role in this offense with the new coaching staff?
I mean, if the coaching staff was smart,
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, for sure.
Major role. And I say major role just because it was times this season I thought that he should
have been in the game. Exactly.
So,
I mean, we had the stats to prove it.
Yeah, we definitely had the stats.
7 or more touches, we would win the game.
Yep. If Taysom Hill touched the ball 7 or more times, we would win the game. Taysom Hill also had an average rush of 7.2 yards a run compared to all the other running backs for the New Orleans Saints that averaged 3.2. We got to do something with Taysom.
Hello, somebody.
Hello, somebody. And that's and it's funny y'all mention that because I just feel like with this Taysom Hill, and it's going to sound crazy, he will have a Deebo Samuel's type effect in this type of offense. If you pay attention to how San Francisco ran their offense, you had pre-snap, you had constant motion, and I think you bring that, CL. I think that does bring an excellent element.
I'm so glad you brought that up, brother, because that's a great way to use Taysom. Let's use Taysom like Deebo. Can he not play wide receiver? Can he not come in motion? Can he not take handoffs? Can he not take sweeps? So just moving forward, knowing that Kubiak is coming from Frisco, they use Deebo in a various ways. We need to implement the same things with Taysom because in real life, Taysom is our Deebo, and he sets the tone physically and offensively for us moving forward. But, that's just my assistant GM opinion.
I'm with it. Do we see a situation? All right, y'all. Let's just look at the actual draft order. Right, you have the first round pick. That's 14.
Yep.
Then via Denver, we have a second round pick.
Lutz. That's that Lutz pick.
That's the Lutz. Man, that was valuable. That was. Now that we sit back and look at it, let's talk about that, y'all. How valuable that second round pick is from Denver.
Shots because we tear him down when we tear him down, but let's give him credit when we're supposed to give him credit. Mickey literally got a second round pick for our backup kicker.
Yep.
A second round pick for our backup kicker because we didn't have a second round pick. Now we do. Maybe that second round pick is the difference maker on that D line moving forward. I don't know. Here we go.
I think it is. I mean, look at the Florida State defensive line. You don't think one of them guys might drop to second round? I mean, look at Texas defensive line. You don't think one of those guys, I don't think, obviously, Byron Murphy, I don't think he drops. But that is a valuable pick. I think you can address your offensive line and your edge rusher in them two picks.
Yep.
Now, we're going to get down to 5th round, 6th round, 7th round. Did you and Jock get a chance to watch Florida State just a little bit this year? A smidge of y'all. Maybe the LSU game?
You know what?
Remember we lost
did.
that one.
Yes, we did.
Remember
we
that
did.
one? Okay,
we
y'all did. If he's there in the 5th round because of injury, would you go 5th round?
I love how you keep poking.
I'm pointing at him. Would you go 5th round,
that's a
Travis
big
Daniels?
Would I go 5th round with who?
I said Travis Daniels. Jordan Travis.
John Travis.
I'm tripping.
Jordan Travis.
Shout out to Travis Daniels. That's my teammate from LSU. He got a clothing line, just bogey. That's probably what I was thinking about.
Shout out to my dog. What's his name?
His name is Jordan Travis.
Jordan Travis.
That's the guy. That's the quarterback we was talking about.
Would you?
I mean,
Florida State's quarterback.
I'm following whatever you say.
Yeah, to me, that boy's second round. No effects. To me, he's second round talent.
Well, look.
The bottom of first round, second round talent, healthy.
So the issue is with he played a phenomenal season last year. Unfortunately, to the end of the season, he got hurt, right? And so, unfortunately, in the draft, a lot of times when you're coming off an injury, you're not able to participate in the Senior Bowl, the Combine. So your draft status is liable to drop. Because like Fave said, and I do agree, he is a late first, early second round talent, but with the fact that his injury and they're not sure how he's going to recover, they're not sure what he can actually do because when they put their hands on you, they poke and they prod you and they do everything they can to see what you can do in real life. And unfortunately, he will drop in this year's draft. And what Fav is saying, if he drafts, I'm saying if he dropped to the 5th round, we would have to get him. Even though I want to see what Jake Haynard can do for us as our possible backup or 3rd string quarterback. But if Travis drops to 5th, which I know he won't, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he gets out of the 3rd round, if not sooner. But it's just a
thought. Get out the end of the 2nd, be honest.
Because he to me, and this what really helps his draft status. How valuable when he got hurt, how they got judged by the committee because, hey, if this guy would have played in the game, then it's something different because this guy didn't play, that was it. So we talked about 1st, 2nd, 5th, 6th round. Do you look at a wide receiver?
Marcus Costa.
That's true. That's true.
I wouldn't look at a wide receiver because I believe we have a young group that with a Shaheed, Lave, Wake Forest, number 17. A.T. Perry.
A.T. Perry.
Even the young man Bolton. I don't think we give enough credit to number 5. Our motion guy, Bolton.
Yeah.
I think we have a young unit that's okay. I would want to focus more in maybe a young linebacker.
I was thinking that position.
Young linebacker to maybe get in place to try to get behind
Davenport.
Davis to sit behind a Davis and maybe sit behind a man of God, sit behind a possible NFL Man of the Year and learn, right? So we have situations like that, but there's also a situation at safety that we can get into.
That's right. I was about to.
So safety would be the next
ahead,
position.
Joe. What you say, Joe?
I mean, because I know with the limited contract that the Honey Badger has, we need to focus on that. And here's the thing is that how much was his contract? How much is he?
I think Honey Badger got something like a 3-year deal for like 13.
14, something like that.
That's the thing is that so this is his 2nd year coming up that he's played with us.
This is gonna be his third.
Okay,
coming
that's
up,
what I
third.
thought.
So this is the end of the deal.
Yeah, I was just making sure. So 3rd, so that's a big thing, and somebody like him with that kind of talent, like if we can help with especially our cap, going with a young person, that's gonna help out.
Well, I just want to remind you of the young guy that we have. So last year we drafted, and shouts out to Mickey again because we don't give him his credit when he deserves it. Jordan Howard, the safety from Minnesota, who when Marcus Mays was out, he filled in without a skip. When Honey Badger was out, he filled in without a skip. So we have a young safety, but I wanna, as your assistant GM of the New Orleans Saints, I want to make you look at maybe an Antonio Whitfield Jr. As a free agent. Not only it's a two-way win. You're taking them away from Tampa Bay, and you're bringing a hard, physical, hitting safety to your secondary with experience, with playoff experience.
Now we have one more pick, so we possibly look at a safety, something to that nature for 6. 7th round, do we go back to the O-line, try to find like a gem, or do we take best available?
Yeah, that's for me. That's usually me when you get that late, best available player. And this is where your scouts work in at. This is where your scouts earn their money. Is there a guy at Tulane? Is there a guy at Jackson State? Is there a guy that used to play for John Curtis, right? This is where your scouts work in at and give you that gem in the 7th round.
I'm with it, y'all. And look, we here, we live, baby. We enjoying this show. We talking. This is the beautiful part about the off season, right? We can still talk football and kind of dig into some of those things. But I think that we're heading in the right direction. I think to my co-host's points, if we're able to handle our business and lock in free agency, the draft will flow smoothly. We're here in the small Sliders hub right now, baby, but we at the New Orleans Talk Network studios, Inside the Trenches podcast. Y'all don't go anywhere, man. We're gonna have some more stuff to talk about. We still got to talk combine. We still have to talk a little bit about this carnival season. I mean, we got so much to finish up with y'all, and we're here, y'all. Don't go anywhere. And this segment was brought to you guys by Montero Motors. We out of here. We'll be back.
Why you gotta do me like that? My boss keeps writing me up, threatening about taking my job. And I ain't going out like that. You keep calling my phone, calling me, stressing me out.
Somebody, it's your boy Marlon Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon Favorite. Watch out there now.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
You keep texting me long letters, stressing me out, lady. I thought that we were better than
Well, let's enjoy some NBA, baby. It is All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis, Indiana. Shannon Sharp and Mike Epps definitely squashed their beef. We saw them shaking hands on Instagram, letting you know it's all good, because I didn't want to see that fight. These are some older cats.
They are.
And Shannon's like an older cat, but he kind of built like a younger cat.
Yeah.
Look like he's still hitting the waves.
Yeah.
Like he can still move like he's at least in his early 30s. Yeah, I'm glad that they squashed that, man. No violence. No violence. We were just on break, just kind of talking about the All-Star Weekend and the excitement around it. I do think the All-Star Weekend is more exciting than the NFL Pro Bowl weekend. And it's nothing against them. It's just more, it's dunk contests, three-point contests. Right. Basketball games, you can't really play around like the football games. Like they eventually playing real basketball. Right. In the All-Star. It's a little more comical, but it's still NBA basketball. I'll start with you first, CL. What do you look forward to in this All-Star?
Well, I enjoy All-Star for personal reasons, of course. But what I do like for All-Star is that they're able to include like special guests, like special players. Like, we know Kevin Hart has won the celebrity championship MVP title in the past, and like I say, maybe we get Fave in the All-Star game one year. So you're able to incorporate, and even one year they had WNBA players in All-Star challenges. So it's a versatile decisions that they're able to accommodate not only just the regular fan like me, but everybody. So that's what I look forward to All-Star, because they're gonna find a way to. Shouts out to Adam Silver and his office. They're gonna find a way to implement not only just foreign people, they're going to implement the ladies, they're going to implement kids, they're going to implement the older guys, because I like when they I like when they bring the veterans back. So it's just a plethora of things that they can do to keep people entertained on All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
Whit, how about you? What you look for? I know you watch a little bit more basketball than football.
No, that's not true.
Oh, fake news on my end. I'm sorry.
That's not true. I actually really enjoy football, but I only watch if I'm walking past the kitchen and it's on in the living room.
Oh, football's on.
Yeah, let me sit down and watch a little football, But basketball is actually growing on me a little bit.
Okay.
The one time we did host All-Star Weekend, I was in the city. I feel like that was like All-Star Weekend in Mardi Gras or something.
Yes.
Do you remember
Was
that?
this recently
14.
for you?
The first year
recent
was
one?
8.
Yeah.
The second year was 14.
And then the signed up year was 17.
Yeah, well, we got that Charlotte year. When Charlotte messed up, we got 17.
That's
yeah.
right.
This was a recent, and it was
So it's
really,
17.
So
yeah.
17,
I
yeah.
love the hype around that type of event. Like it's just it brings a whole lot to the city. First of all,
for sure.
so I mean, I don't really care for it if it ain't here, I guess. But if it happened to be here, it just brings the whole city out. You know what I mean? Like.
It does. I don't know when we're gonna get another All-Star, especially since we had
Working on
the
it.
jump one.
Yeah.
Working on it.
Yeah, I bet you the
GM said we
the
worked.
new
the
person who's doing all the events now, I bet you he's working on it because he's been bringing a lot of stuff.
Oh,
to
trust me, I'm working on it. See the thing is.
Well, I didn't
that-
want to throw it out there, Sia, but there
Let
you
me
go.
tell you,
Now it's out there. Personal business is out there.
Let me tell you, New Orleans. So in 2008, obviously New Orleans had the All-Star. Then it came back to us in 14. So there's actually a cycle of days and different All-Star locations, and it'll come back to New Orleans. The problem is we messed up the rotation when Charlotte dropped the ball on that bill, and then the NBA just reneged and got out of there and gave it to us in 17. So I don't know if that started us over in the rotation, or we're still gonna get it, which I thought we should get it in 26, 27. But I'm working on that. But that's the scenario as
I mean, I can imagine 27 more than 26 because we've just had the Super Bowl. And like, man, New Orleans getting out everything.
Well, I mean, look at what's going on in New Orleans. You had the new hotel attached to the Caesars. Casino. You also had the Top Golf that they're building. They're tearing down the old mill that's right on the water, and that's going to be a whole new thing. So New Orleans is coming up, man. A lot of things are, and as well, people have been talking about they might be bringing a professional soccer team to New Orleans.
Oh wow,
that would be interesting.
Well, I love New Orleans gold. I saw Fave with a rugby shirt on maybe 2 years
Shout out to
ago.
New Orleans Gold, man. Tim Falcon, the owner, their season's coming
the
up.
owner, he's super, like,
he's cool.
That guy,
cool.
he's just like super nice, easygoing, like easy to talk to.
Yeah, he's a nice person, man. I've been knowing Tim for a long time. I want to get back to this All-Star game coming up this weekend and just look at the roster, which I think it's pretty even. You have LeBron James, Giannis. I don't think Joel Embiid. Yeah, he's not. He's just out with the injury. He won't be playing.
Yeah, there's
so
replacements.
We'll probably see more like a Jaylen Brown or somebody of that nature.
Which is my pick for slam dunk contest.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't it? He's like in the top 3 highest paid NBA players right now.
$300 million. Yeah, I don't see
paid.
him being at the bottom.
At all.
300 million.
$300 million.
You have Damian Lillard. You have Tyrese. What's that?
Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey. You have Jason.
I'm
Tatum.
sorry, Tyrese Halliburton.
Halliburton. I said Maxey.
I'm sorry.
And I'm looking at his name, Halliburton.
Right.
Jason Tatum, and then on the opposite side, on the west side, of course, you have Captain LeBron James. You have Luka Doncic, Kevin Durant, Shai G. Alexander.
There goes that man.
There go that man again.
There goes that man.
And then of course Joker. So this game will be exciting. I mean, there's no way you're gonna have these all-stars on the court, Joel, and we don't catch some type of action. And then you have Devin Booker on their team in reserve, Anthony Davis. You were right with Tyrese Maxey. He's coming off of the bench. Trae Young. I mean, so the excitement is going to be there. With my question, I'm gonna answer my own question I asked you earlier. I like the dunk contest. That's for me. That's the highlight of All Star.
That is the highlight because you get all ages. Isn't this like when they bring out the folks from the crowd who want to right?
Well, no. This is the All-Star, like Jaylen Brown. These are
I think what Witt is talking about, like, say if you were in a dunk contest and I came to help you, maybe hold the ball while you catch it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Like
yeah.
So,
they incorporate a lot of fans,
Right.
And
that's right.
To me, that's why people do care so much about the All-Star game, because we there is so much fan participation. So I mean, it's something to look forward to.
Man, none of y'all like the 3-point contest? I feel like I'm like
It's
the only
cool.
one.
So that's your favorite one, the 3-point
That's my
contest?
favorite thing. I love
like
watching
3-point.
It's cool. It's probably like second or third on that list for me.
I mean, I wouldn't like it if Steph was in it.
I mean, y'all saw Steph. He was on the opposite side of the
Boy, they should put Caitlyn
court.
In
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
You talking about when he was in the
Caitlyn
tunnel?
versus Steph.
He was in a tunnel when y'all. Did you see that, Joe? CL
When he was in, he threw it out the tunnel.
Damn.
He hit a 3-point shot from the tunnel. Witt.
Yeah.
That's what we talking
I'm
about.
gonna pull it up
From
for
the
you,
other end of the court, literally leaving out, turned around, threw it, and it went into the other goal.
Yeah, he's the
Like,
greatest shooter this
yeah,
game has ever seen.
Yeah, don't let him play. Don't let him in the contest.
Dude, what kind of game would it be if it was Caitlyn versus Steph?
Well, you know, that's crazy because there was previous years that they would incorporate the ladies from the WNBA.
That'd be great.
Not sure if they were able to do college because, I
Right.
don't think that, I don't know if that would work as far as NCAA rules or what have you.
Right.
But, it's funny that you did say that. I don't think we give enough credit to the 3-point contest because I think Steph is just
So good.
Steph has just done some change. Well, honestly, Steph, I'll give you credit, brother. You've changed the game in some shape, fashion, or form, and I think we have lazy eyes now. Like, you're almost a victim for being that good. You're so good that we expect that from you.
Yep.
So we don't even want to see the 3-point contest unless Steph is in it, right?
I'm showing Whitney.
That's what I was saying.
He does, and it's not that this game hadn't seen lethal 3-point shooters. I mean, Reggie Miller, Ray Allen,
His
just
daddy.
to name a few. His dad, Mark Curry. So I mean, we saw this before, but the way he's revolutionized that position is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Now we got to come local first, and Pelicans. We got a few Pelicans that made it to All-Star. Well, I know CL. You mentioned one guy was hurt in Dyson Daniels.
Get well soon, brother.
So NBA Rising Stars. That's something that shouldn't be looked over. Now, how you think Jordan Hawkins performs in that one?
Oh, I think Lil Hawkins gonna ball because when he plays for the New Orleans Pelicans, I don't. This is a term. The average basketball fan will recognize. He has the green light to be a rookie. And to have a green light on a team of veterans and stars, I'm sure he can't wait to get to the All-Star and unleash the true game that he has because we've been putting the shackles on him a little as of late.
Take the shackles off his feet so he can dance.
Who do y'all think looks like the best team? You got Team Powell, you got Team Tamika, Jalen, and what is that, Detlef?
The shrimp, yep.
Yeah, who you think has the best roster right now?
Ooh, I would have to go with the West. You saying the East?
They got
Damien.
No, I'm talking about for Rising Stars.
Oh,
Stars.
yeah, Rising Stars. I mean, I just had that.
I just got to go with the Pell, baby. I got to go with my Pelican.
Team Tamika looks good, though.
Hopefully come home and give me that jersey.
You have Pell, you have that, you have Kagan Murray from. I mean, that team does look pretty good, but then on the other side, you do have Walker Kelsey from. Kiesler from Utah. So the Rising Star game, I probably would put that maybe fourth on my list because you get a chance to look at some of the future stars this league has to offer. So
freshmen versus sophomores or rookies versus second-year players.
Definitely. If you have, I'm just thinking out loud, what else for All-Star game that really stands out? Oh, the celebrity game. I know y'all said Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Let's see who's playing the celebrity game this year. I thought that's
I
always
sure
good.
hope it's not Shannon, and I sure hope it ain't Mike. Because they might meet at half court.
Boy, that's what we want. They should be definitely in there.
I don't want to see that happen to Mike though. I've stood next to Shannon before. He almost like this gorilla I'm sitting next to now.
Big dog.
he just maul him.
Real life.
Maul him.
Oh.
Yep. And y'all can call us in. The number is 1-563-999. I take too many nines. 999-1808. Y'all can call in if y'all want to comment on the All-Star game or anything we talked about. I know we spent a little time talking about the Saints staff. Y'all can call us in for that last segment. For our last segment, I'm telling y'all, we're going to talk about the festivals and Mardi Gras, but it's so much to look forward to this offseason for us down here in New Orleans because it's something to look forward to.
Oh, yeah.
Again, that number's 1-563-999-1808. Y'all don't go anywhere. We still got a little time here. We got another segment here on Inside the Trenches podcast. We're talking festivals, Mardi Gras. It was carnival time, man. Sierra was fresh. She brought the bike out there by us for 9 Top. You know what I'm saying? I saw Joe Instagram. Whit looked like she was just taking all kind of Whit with the hair picture. She was shy out there. You heard me? Y'all don't go anywhere, man. We're going to have fun this last segment. Peace.
You either ball or you basic or racist. Big fave, man, I made it in them trenches like big dog, big as a gorilla. West Bank, man, I grew up by that villa. You either ball or you basic or racist.
But you brought your bike out
Big fave, man, I made it in them trenches like the
It's your boy Marlon, Big Fave Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders. 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors, milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon Big Fave Favorite. Watch out there now.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Oh yeah. We back, baby. So everywhere else this past Tuesday was just Tuesday, but down here was Mardi Gras. I had a blast. I didn't do a lot. I caught, of course, the West Bank parades. Did 9 Top, the last West Bank parade I caught. But I caught Zulu.
Oh, yeah.
And this is my first year out of my 30-some-odd years on this earth catching Zulu at Claiborne, near Claiborne in Orleans. And when I tell you, it was live.
A time.
It was a time.
Zulu is fun. Like I have a buddy of mine, Tommy Ponson, who's been running it for decades.
Come on.
And yeah, I think he gave me my first couple of coconuts. And I'm not talking about I think
the old school
changed,
ones that had they used to have
the old school ones.
The
like
ones that still had
legit
juice
coconuts.
in it.
Yeah. Like here you go.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I still got them at home.
Now let me ask you this, Joe. Did you catch Rex or did you catch Zulu from the beginning? Where were y'all for Mardi Gras?
So this year we didn't catch Rex or Zulu. We caught Endymion, and we did Bacchus, and we actually went to a Thibodeau parade.
Come on.
Oh, dude, I love Thibodeau parades because especially if you have a family, it's very family oriented. It's
Right.
not as crazy. It's very easy. Honestly, next year we're gonna invite y'all because we always get like a
On Mardi Gras Day?
No, it's not on Mardi Gras.
Okay, okay.
It's before that.
Okay.
But we get a nice like little spot. You're gonna catch a bunch of stuff, and you can bring the kids, and it's very fun.
Oh, that's nice.
And they got
Nice.
bathrooms too. That's the most important.
That's very important. now,
Facts.
where were you for Mardi Gras Day? And now tell us about your Mardi Gras
I
weekend.
was on St. Charles and Terpsichore,
Okay.
and that was mainly just because I was at work. I worked 12 hours that day because we do Mardi Gras coverage. We
That's
started
right.
early at like what? I think our first live shot was starting at 6 a.m. Call time is 3 a.m. and we don't get out of there till 3 p.m.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, but it was still fun though, So you're on the clock, but you still get a chance to like mingle with everybody. Juvenile came on our platform. He did it last year too.
Okay.
Because Channel 4, we were at Lula Distillery on St. Charles.
Yeah.
So we saw Juvenile in the crowd, and Eric Paulson is good friends with Juvenile, so he came on our platform. We also had Trombone Shorty who came on our platform. It was nice. It was a cool little,
So y'all enjoy like the celebrity side of it.
No, I
but at
love
the sa-
everything. The
but
culture, the bands, all of that. Like I've been doing Zulu all my life, so it felt nostalgic, I guess.
Right.
Because it's like, okay, I remember this, but we used to do Jackson growing up, Jackson Avenue. But it was nice. I had a good little time.
Nice.
Now, CL, where you was at with it, man? I knew you was on the bike. You was a little bit everywhere, I know.
Well, first of all, I want to shout out to all the workers and all the street cleaners and everyone that makes a difference on Mardi Gras Day, because without you guys, someone like me would never be able to enjoy Mardi Gras Day. Without you guys, the world would not be able to enjoy Mardi Gras Day. So before I say anything, I want to shout you guys out. Now, with that being said, of course, I'm a star in this city in my own right. So
there you go.
I took my typical route from my lovely home to the Chapatoulas exit, bust a couple of rights, hit up on Britannia. I got a little situation on Britannia, which is parallel to St. Charles. So I'm only 1 block away. So I step on the parade route, and I receive all the things that has been given to me over years and years, to the point where I'm able to actually give coconuts and give certain doubloons and certain medallions away to smaller people and children. So I'm very grateful for that. Did the family thing. I'm also grateful for my family and friends that set up hours before I ever even think about turning over what outfit I'm gonna wear. They are out there cooking. Shouts out to B Bowles for handling the grill.
B Bowles did tell me you was at the Zulu
B-Bowles,
with him too.
I told her, I'm gonna shout him out because we never give the appreciation on all the people that make this situation for us, because without them, there would be no me. I don't get a chance to shine. I don't get a chance to stand on a float,
Yep, it looks like we got a Saints fan on the line. We got a Saints fan. What's up, Saints fan? This got to be about the new hire.
Hey, how y'all guys doing?
Oh, we're pretty good. So, Saints fan, that's your name? That's your radio name, Saints fan?
Anonymously.
Guy asked me my name. I just told him I'm a Saints fan. You heard me?
Copy that.
What was your name, man?
Man, they just call me T-Boy.
Okay,
you know,
T-Boy.
I'm just calling in because I'm listening to y'all show. Y'all talking about the Saints, and man, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody. Celebrated Mardi Gras this year with big. My feet still hurting. You heard me? I seen that boy James Winston out there. You heard me, with his family.
J-Boo.
So I chopped it up with that boy. Took a picture with that boy for a little while. I seen the Derek Carr float with the broke arm.
Oh man,
you heard me. That was that was funny. You heard me. But I'm calling to talk about my who that. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna do it next year. You heard me? Believe that.
Believe that for sure. I think that, like earlier I mentioned, I said 10-7. I think that's fair. I think that does get them in the playoffs, and you see where you go from there. But I love what Dennis is doing in regards to building a staff that could bring in an offensive scheme that could work with Derek Carr and the pieces that they add in, I just don't have a lot of faith in Derek Carr. And it may change. it may change. I'm just saying based off of what I've seen.
Come on, baby.
What you got?
All right. Yeah. So, I want to know where we pick it at in the draft, and I want to know what position the Saints should pick, and tell me why they should pick that position. Because I think, personally, they ought to go O-lineman. I know it ain't sweet. I know it ain't fancy. But I think we need to do, something to protect our quarterback and help our running game. I just want to know what CL got to say about that because, he be talking a lot of, same stuff, and I want to know what he got to say.
Well, I appreciate you for watching and listening in, brother. I would love to answer that question for you. So we are in agreement. I believe in that first pick at number 14, we should select the best right starting tackle that we could plug in and go. I would also mention that second pick, if I'm not mistaken, Fave, that was number 46 overall.
46 from Denver.
From Denver, which there are only 32 picks in the first round. So a lot of times when they talk about first round grade talent that goes in the second round, it's in the high part of the second round. So we can still get a first round grade talent position player in the second round at 46. So it could be whoever you want. You just give me that starting right tackle.
Drop back a little bit. This is an O-lineman or possibly a interior pick. You don't think we ought to just drop back and see what the draft bring us?
Well,
trying to get more picks.
The reason why I didn't want to drop back because I know with those two picks numerically, we could come out with two starters. We could come out with two first round grade talents in the first and second round. Now, if you want to trade a certain player from the New Orleans Saints to maybe get a second round pick or third round pick, I'm not opposed to that, i.e. your running back. But that's another story for another day. I'll start that campfire another day.
Yeah, but T-Boy, I think CL makes a good point about how we can either get stock in the draft, like possibly take that pick and get some more picks to add more value because I just feel like pass rushers, I feel like quarterbacks, even to a certain extent, sideline to sideline linebackers is going to be loaded in this draft. So there might be some value. Or me and my co-host, we mentioned this earlier, they do a good job in free agency and bringing in some decent pieces then too as well.
Let me ask you this, Big Fave. You played the position. You know a lot about it. What do we do with Cam Jordan? Do we keep him? Do we try to trade him? He's moving up in in age and stuff like that. I mean, he's a team leader and stuff. But is there a market for Cam Jordan out here in the NFL for us to get some more draft value?
Well, T, I got a minute to answer that because we're about to wrap here in a second. But I do think we should keep Cam around because he is a staple to that organization. Now, with that being said, this is a critical year for Cam because last year that wasn't Cam Jordan. Now, if you bring that back again this year, then we might look into 25 draft, possibly looking at bringing in a defensive end or
the following program is recorded and aired at a previous time on the New Orleans Talk Network.
I think we got to look at it like that as well. Well, hey, that's a wrap right there on the show. Look, my folks are in the studio, T-Boy, letting us know that's a wrap. But I hope we answered your question, and I do think that the New Orleans Saints have a lot of opportunity here. Well, that does it for our last segment. That does it for our show. We want to thank all of our sponsors for all the love that they show Small Sliders. We definitely want to thank Godwin Realty for all that they do for the show. We want to thank my man Montero Motors, my people over there at Crown Car Wash, thank them. My man Tarek over in the studio at New Orleans Talk Network, Mike Keelan, he came through clutch, man. He was able to help us out on set, brought us something to drink. My lovely co-host, man, Joe with the hair, CL Nola. This show doesn't go without these guys here, so I want to thank them as well. And hey, if you want to become a patron to the show, feel free to hit us up. You can go ahead and hit me up at Big Fave 504. Y'all can hit this platform up directly. They'll have the information below. If you want to become a sponsor for the show, same thing, or subscribe to the page. All the information is below the show. See y'all next week. Same time, different place. We're going back to Small Sliders next week. And y'all stick
Weather
around.
permitting.
That's true, too, weather permitted. This is Inside the Trenches Podcast. We'll be back, baby. God is love. Peace.
Doing 95, trying to see my lady. Haters gon' hate, you know they're shady. You're the only one that I call baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, don't take your love away. 'Cause I might go crazy. I might lose my mind. You're my everyday. Just imagine if you're not here, I wouldn't be able to think clear. Listen, come on. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget my love, 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 love. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget my love, love.
Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Favorite. You know what I'm talking about. I'm here at Club 1525. And while we here, we shooting a My Love video featuring your boy Cupid. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Do the Cupid shuffle. Oh, yeah. So we'll get this My Love video rolling. Let's go along for the ride. Hello, somebody. Yeah, we out here at 1525 over here, La Pelka. That is the name of the spot, 1525. The main spot for the My Love video feature Cupid. This man here made it possible. BSTs, be savage, baby. Thank you for having us come through, man.
And it's all love, hey, you know how we do, man. We family, man. So whatever I got going on, doors always open. All you gotta do is one call away. That's how we roll it, man.
All day, man.
Let's
So
make love.
this is the spot where everybody chill. That's the vibe of this song. Chill, kind of laid back, you know, everything just, you know, cooling and grooving. And that's what the vibes in here is, bro. So it's a perfect spot for the video. Hello.
Yes, sir.
On the set of Big Fave, My Love video, making sure we get product placement and everything we need done to make sure we have a successful shoot. Just happy to be a part of it, happy to give my 2 cents, if you will. Great lighting. Shouts out to the director for the great lighting, the splitting them in half. Looking real good. Just happy to be a part of making Fave pop, because he got a lot going on. We just gonna keep doing it. Don't forget to watch Inside the Trenches on Friday.
Man, it's your boy Cupid, man. I'm out here, man, in the city, man, and shooting this video for my boy Big Fave, man. Dude sent me the song. I recorded it I sent it to him in 48 hours, you did, because I knew it was gonna be something for real, man. And plus, bro got motion, man. He doing his thing. So anytime I run into an artist or I meet an artist who got motion that's really doing their thing, man, I love being a part of it, bro. So shout out to Astro, man, shooting the video. We just did a verbal agreement that he gonna shoot up about 5 of them for me. Hopefully we can get it done. I can't wait for that. We gonna get it done, as a matter of fact. We just working, bro. Just trying to stay on it, you know what I'm saying? Look.
I thought I heard my name. I got something over there.
Yeah, man, and you already know that. Like, I'm excited, man. Last time we did a video with bro, man, that boy went viral, man, with that Ronald. It made me hot, so here he is again, dog, man. My love, man. Big Fave is going down, bro.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Ari, a singer-songwriter. I'm super excited to be a part of Big Fave's and Cupid's video. And apparently, I got a principal role. Like, how lucky am I?
What's up, man? It's Astro Clown, Mr. Chad Singleton, you know, your favorite director. Listen to a set of words for me for my intro. Now, I'm on set with my man Big Fave, Marlon Favorite. He had me come out and shoot the music video to the single My Love featuring Cupid. You know, Cupid's had our families in chokeholds for a decade now, doing that to the right. But now we out here with some new stuff. It sounds good, it looks good. We got positive people involved, so stay tuned.
Hello, somebody. Well, that's a wrap, baby. My Love featuring my man Cupid. Cupid came down from the flat. You heard me, 337 live in 504.
Yeah, man, came down, man. It's all good, man. Shout out to Astro, man. You already know. Get ready.
Straight up, baby.
Love, love, love. Yeah.
Oh, love. Peace.